Hey, what's up, everybody? Christopher Hill, your man, right here, live in the flesh, y'all. What's today? May 10th. You know, I be messing up these dates, but it is Friday, y'all. It's about 11:30 right now. Actually, in the middle of reading right now. I always try to read all the time, every single day. I'm actually reading this book here called Working with the Law, and I got a couple other books I'm reading. But hey, before I got into this, I want to do this quick vlog post for you. So, because I like doing stuff on the fly, stuff that's going on, stuff that's relevant to all you guys who are my subscribers and some of you guys on my team, which is awesome as well. But hey, first thing I want to share with you guys is this. You have to learn to be okay with success. Now, I know that may sound crazy, but trust me, it's the reason why I said that. Psychologically, guys, let me tell you the makeup of our mind. I've been doing a lot of study on the mental makeup, on human psychology, and things of that nature, and what makes us tick and why we do certain things that we do. A very good topic to get into. And what I've realized is that most of us as humans have a hard time dealing with success. I know that may sound crazy, but most of us would rather live average lives. We don't want to be piss pot poor, but we want to be just above piss pot poor, or pot piss poor, however the saying goes. And we want to be able to just survive. You've heard people say thousands of times, as long as I got a roof over my head, I'm okay. As long as I got food in my refrigerator, I'm okay. As long as I got clothes on my back, I'm okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand being content. I understand being grateful. God said learn to be content in all things. I understand that. What I'm saying is that God also said that I've given you the power to make wealth in Deuteronomy 8:18. So if God is giving you the power to make wealth, it is not for ourselves. At that time, God told Israel because He wanted to establish His covenant with them. But God is giving you the power to make wealth. And what it is, how you make wealth. Wealth can be influence. Wealth can be power. Wealth can be riches. Wealth can be money. But God said, I've given you that power. So if God has given you something, God said, I've given you dominion over something that I already have. God already is wealthy. He owns a cattle on 1,000 hills. God owns it all. But God said, I've given you, I transferred this to you. Just like when He gave us dominion over the earth. Kingdom, the second part of kingdom, the prefix part, dom, means dominion. Kingdom, I'm a king over my domain. So God is a king, and God said, I've given you the keys to the kingdom. I've given you authority to reign. Then we're missing something, especially a lot of Christians. A lot of Christians choose a poverty mindset. They choose an average lifestyle, even though God said, I've made you the head and not the tail. Even God said, I've given you this dominion. I've given these things to you. But a lot of us don't want them. Because as I said, you have to learn how to become comfortable with success. I can think of myself. And it's funny why this happens, but when I started having a lot of success in my business, or even when I had a sales job, I can remember making a lot of sales and making good money, whatever that was equivalent to working a job. Making $80,000 a year is good money, and I can remember feeling guilty because my friends at that time who I ran with, they were not making $80,000 a year. They were making maybe $40,000 a year, $35,000 a year, and I felt guilty for making more money than them, which is crazy now because I got a different mindset today. I don't struggle with that poverty mindset now, but even when I notice every now and then I can see it trying to creep up. When I have $1,000 day here with my business that I'm building with the Empower Network, when I'm about to have another $3,000 day here in the Empower Network, I can hear it creeping up, and that guilt wants to creep up and want to make you feel bad because why? Because other people who don't make $1,000 in a day, You know, other people who never make $3,000 in a day. You know, people who only make $500 in a day. There are people who probably barely make $100 in a day. And you start to feel guilty for being successful. And to the point where but what happens is this, subconsciously, you shun that success from coming to you more. So when I see that happening, like a couple of days ago, I felt that happening. I made like $1,500 in 1 day or in 2 days span, something like that. I felt a little guilt coming on, right? Then you know what? I went through a drought spell. I went through 1 or 2 days where no one knew joined my business. I said, you know what? Did I repel that? Because for some reason I felt guilty because I had a friend call me up. And he saw my post on Facebook, and he really wanted to see what the heck I was doing. He had a lot of doubts. He was very skeptic about what I was doing, because he was like, man, I don't make $1,500 in a day. I don't make $1,000 in a day. What are you doing? You know, and he had so much doubt and skepticism because, you know, that's a natural tendency for most people. Most people believe you can only make money working a job. They just believe it's almost impossible for you to make $1,000 in a day sitting at home on your computer working part-time, or while you're sleeping and you wake up and you see you just got paid. They can't fathom that because why? The only way they know how to make money is by exchanging their time for money. They think linear. 8 hours a day, I get paid for that. That's their mindset. But you got to become comfortable with success, and you got to become comfortable with making more money than other people. You got to become comfortable with making more money than other people. People now, they want to join my Empower Network business. I tell them, look, it's $5,100 for you to get all in. If you don't plan on getting all in, then you don't want to get started. Because you got to position yourself for success, and you cannot feel guilty because you pay $5,100 to get in, and somebody else can only pay $25, $100. You can't feel guilty for that because people would do that, and they would rather start at the bottom and work their butts off and work so much harder to try to get to the top instead of starting off the top down. To get all in is only $5,100. That's nothing compared to what you get, the education, the community, the training, the products, the people, the system that you can use for the rest of your life compared to going to college, compared to any other type of profession. That's small change. Even if you didn't make a dime here as a business, you came here just for the products alone, and you bought the products to use for your personal development or for your own business or whatever, that's a small investment to make in your education and your personal development, to use something that you're going to use for the rest of your life in any endeavor, in your personal relationships and in your business relationships for the rest of your life. That's how high quality the products are that we offer in Empower Network. Even if you didn't make a dime as an affiliate here, and you bought all the products as you should, and you went through every single one of those products, I guarantee you that $5,000 investment is going to turn into 6 figures for you for the rest of your life, 6 or 7 figures. Because the information, the training, the products, and the community here cannot be valued by $5,100. It cannot be equated to $5,100. So that's the smallest thing. But you got to become okay being successful. You got to become okay being successful than most people. You got to become being successful than a whole lot of people. Because you know why? A lot of people are not willing to do what you have to do to be successful. I see that myself. I had new people joining me every day with my team. And it's always a small percentage of their people who join who has to be weeded out. Actually, they weed themselves out because they come in with the wrong intention. They come in with the wrong mindset. They come in with the wrong expectation. And they're not willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. They come here looking for a quick fix. They come here with a poverty mindset. They come here not willing to invest in their education, not willing to invest in their personal development. And they get the same results. They leave with the same results that they came with. They're not a better person. They're actually worse off than where they came with. So become comfortable being uncomfortable being successful. They may sound crazy, but I promise you, once you start making a certain amount of money, that guilt trip is going to come, especially if you're around family members who ain't never made more than 6 figures before in their life in a single year. if you got associates or friends who ain't never made more than 6 figures in their life in a year. I promise you that guilt trip is going to come, and you're going to get around people that want to talk bad about you. They're going to tell you that money isn't everything. They're going to want to tell you that money doesn't make you happy. And you know what's crazy is that how the heck would they know? They never had money before. They've been broke their whole life. Are you going to come across people who would tell you, well, I'd rather go work 60 hours a week to make $100,000 a year than to replace my income in less than a year working 2 hours per day? That's happening, folks. I have people on my team who are making $100,000 a month working 2 hours a day. Let alone that you come across people, my peers I've come across within the sales business, they'd rather go work 15 hours a day, 6 days a week to make $100,000 a year than to do this. Different strokes for different folks. But I choose the freedom lifestyle instead of the slave path. Because when you look at it, the grand scheme of it, guys, you got to be comfortable with success. The grand scheme of it is that most people are not, and when you're not comfortable with success, you're only limiting yourself on how much success you're going to have. You'll have some moderate. Trust me, I'm speaking from personal experience. I've been there. Small success, small success, small success. But you got to be okay with making an extraordinary amount of money. Once you become okay with being rich, once you become okay with being wealthy, once you become okay with being successful, then it's going to come. And since you're okay with it, and since you have good intentions to do something with it, whether it's ministry or furthering the kingdom of God, blessing somebody else, doing something that you always wanted to do, it's going to come to you. But you got to get it right up here first, guys. So I want to share that with you on this Friday night call. Hey, go check out my new website. I got a new page now at workwithchrisharrell.com. Go check it out. Let me know what you think about it. I like it. It's pretty cool. Go check it out. Hey, if you guys not a part of my team right now, you can be a part of my team. I just had one of my new team members yesterday just recently join me. She invested in her education. She invested in her business, and she did. I put together a co-op campaign. That's one thing I would do too. Once you become part of my team and you invest in a certain product level within Power Network, I'm going to put you in with my co-ops, and I'm going to get you the best traffic and the best ways to get your investing back the quickest. She did it. She got her first lead, and she got 2 sales on the spot with me. First 2 sales, period. So it's not just me having success here. I'm making my team have success here as well. So I'm going to give you the blueprint to be successful here. You just got to be willing to be okay with success. If you're not willing to be okay with success, please don't sign up with me. Please don't join me, because we have nothing in common, and we just will not click. And I cannot spend my time with people who are not willing to do whatever it takes to be successful. That's the reason why 2% of our population is wealthy. Is because the other 98% are not willing to do whatever it takes to be in the 2%. If you are a 2%er, if you are a true freedom chaser, if you're willing to put your money where your mouth is, if you're willing to invest in a system, if you're willing to invest in a leader who's producing here in Empower Network, been a top 200 leader here out of 150,000 people here, if you're willing to invest in your education, if you're willing to invest in a proven system that works, and all you got to do is follow the system here, then partner with me. Partner with me. I'm going to run it with you. I'm going to do the same thing I'm doing for the people on my team who've done the exact same thing. It's that simple, guys. It's really that simple. So, hey, like my videos, subscribe to my videos, get all in with me, join me, lock horns with me, and I promise you, the truth will set you free, and become a freedom chaser with me today. God bless.